Hello everybody and welcome to a bit of a marathon tropical update. We got several systems to watch, so let's delve into it right now. We're mainly going to be watching Tropical Storm Earl, which has maximum sustained winds of 65 miles per hour, a minimum central pressure of 998 millibars, and is moving north-northwest at 5 miles per hour as of 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Monday, September the 5th. We have Hurricane Danielle in the north central Atlantic with maximum sustained winds of 85 miles per hour, a minimum central pressure of 976 millibars, and it's moving north-northeast at 8 miles per hour. And this tropical wave just south of the Cape Verde Islands now has a 50% chance of tropical cyclone formation in the next 5 days. So this one might be one to watch as well. Now looking at Tropical Storm Earl, Tropical Storm Earl is still encountering some southwesterly wind shear. As you can see, the clouds are blowing from southwest to northeast with the system. It is centered right about here, so the convection is to the north and the east of the system. But despite this, it's still strengthened by 10 miles per hour last night, which is not a good sign that even with the strong wind shear, it is able to strengthen. And Tropical Storm Earl is going to be moving into an environment of less wind shear over the next 1 to 3 days. And this is unfortunately going to be leading to explosive development by Wednesday, where the National Hurricane Center is projecting Earl to become a hurricane by 8 a.m. Wednesday morning and possibly a major hurricane by Saturday, and getting very close to Bermuda now by Friday morning. And so the chances of impacts for Bermuda have dramatically increased as we're now going to be dealing with a much stronger system. And taking a look at the impacts, the National Hurricane Center now projects a 50 to 60% chance of tropical storm force winds occurring across Bermuda by Friday morning, as the storm is projected to move a couple miles to the southeast in the official hurricane projection. So Bermuda is now going to be feeling likely some tropical storm force winds, at least with Tropical Storm Earl and likely Hurricane Earl by this point. And looking at the official spaghetti model guidance for how strong it's going to get, many of the computer models are strengthening Tropical Storm Earl to a Category 2 hurricane in the next 3 days, and a Category 3 hurricane in the next 4 to 5 days. So we're looking at a Category 2 hurricane by Thursday and a Category 3 hurricane by Friday likely. So Bermuda, you're really going to have to start preparing for this, as now the spaghetti models are bringing it within a couple hundred miles. So Bermuda's right here where I'm circling, covered by this little UKM2 model. So you're really going to have to watch and possibly start making preparations if you live in Bermuda for Tropical Storm Earl. Now looking at Typhoon Hinnamnor, Typhoon Hinnamnor is about 2 or 3 hours from making landfall near Busan, South Korea, as it is racing northeast. It has maximum sustained winds of 100 knots or 115 miles per hour and is bringing tons of heavy rain to western Japan and South Korea as it does so. So prepare for very strong winds and very heavy rain for the next several hours if you live across the southern half of South Korea, especially around Busan. Looking at the track, here it is 100 knots and is expected to move right maybe like 30 miles west of Busan over the next 2 to 3 hours as a borderline major typhoon before weakening and making another landfall in southeastern Russia tomorrow. Now looking at Tropical Storm K in the eastern Pacific, as of 9 a.m. Monday has maximum sustained winds of 60 miles per hour and is moving west at 15 miles per hour. It's expected to become a hurricane by early tomorrow morning and get close to the Baja Peninsula by Thursday morning. We have already tropical storm watches in effect for areas of the southern Baja Peninsula in the yellow. And looking at satellite imagery of Tropical Storm K, it's looking very impressive for a tropical storm. It's got very, very deep convection. These purples are almost maxing out on the infrared satellite and is looking pretty organized, although a little bit disorganized on the north side. But this is producing a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity. And looking at the individual spaghetti models for Tropical Storm K, the models are moving it generally probably about 50 to 75 miles west of the Baja Peninsula of California between the next 3 to 4 days. So if you're in the Baja Peninsula of California, you need to be watching Tropical Storm K closely, as there will likely be impacts with it by Thursday and Friday. And the intensity, most of the models get Tropical Storm K to between a Category 1 and Category 2 hurricane by Wednesday. So anyway, thanks for watching today's big tropical update. Make sure if you live in Bermuda, you keep a very close eye on Tropical Storm Earl. And if you live in the Baja Peninsula of Mexico, you keep a very close eye on Tropical Storm K. Have a wonderful day and stay safe, my friends.